Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's falconpaladin coming at you with yet another edition of Cheese Compilation. Today it's going to be for the month of January 2019, and starting us off is Wawa Crates versus Firebird on Blue Shift, the latter edition. Top right-hand corner is the Red Protoss player Wawa Crates. Going to call him Wawa from now on. And in the bottom left-hand corner is the Blue Terran player Firebird. Now, Wawa, as far as I know, is a chain of convenience stores across the Northeast, or maybe just in Philadelphia. I'm not entirely sure. I had a friend who grew up in Philly, and he said Wawas were amazing. They make amazing sandwiches, good drinks, good coffee, and he missed it because he moved out west. Okay, so probe scouting. Here is Wawa Crates. Who's going to be the cheeser here? No proxies so far. Oh, hang on a second. That's a forge first. Wawa Crates. You going to be cannon rushing this Terran player? I really feel like you are. There's that first pylon down. So you can't block it off, harassing the SCV here, trying to get some shots off. And you know what? I have damaged. I've got damage turned on. Why are you dumb? Damage turned on. Jink. So weird. So weird when it does that. Anyway, I think what it is I'm loading this as an older replay. And so when you're loading the older version of the client, it has different settings up, which is really stupid. It's really dumb. Alright, so probe running around. There's a cannon on the low ground. There's a cannon going to be on the high ground here. Two, I bet. Oh, another pylon coming up. And two cannons now on the way. SCV's getting pulled, trying to deal with this thing. Some of them are going after one of the cannons on the high ground. The other one's kind of letting the low ground one finish. I don't know about this. From Firebird, he's pulled all the boys off the line, though, just about. Forcing a cancel on one of them. That other one has enough SCVs on it to where it's going to get canceled as well. So there's the refund. There's going to be a pylon on the high ground and a cannon on the low ground. And suddenly, we're having a bad time. Now, here's the trick about cannon rushing a Terran player. They can lift off their buildings and they can fly away. Right? So, oh, don't do that, Marine. Bad. Okay, well, that Marine got absolutely manhandled there. This probe, we're going to keep an eye on him because I think he's going to die here sooner rather than later. Is he actually going to draw these SCVs into the cannon? What? Yeah, don't do that. Don't try. Nope, that's great. That's really great placement there. Oh, the probe does get surrounded and killed, but there's another probe here. Lift it. There's the lift. Great lift. Now, at this point, though, you're kind of going to have to lift off this here barracks. You got Marines, which is real nice, I suppose. You got a bunker coming up here, too. The bunker really should have been started a while ago, I feel like. It really doesn't cost you anything to make a bunker Terran players. You can go ahead, throw that down, get most of the costs refunded pretty quickly. So one of the cannons is canceled there. Another probe coming across the line here. Oh, canceled. What the heck? Canceled the other two and throwing up two closer. Oh, one is in range of the bunker, though, taking delicious photon cannon shots here. Ah, this is looking really bad. I'm trying to get a repair down. There we go. And there's the repair on the bunker. Supply depot down. Does that supply block? It supply blocks Firebird. It certainly does supply block Firebird. Look, this Wawa Crates guy, he is a professional cannon rusher. This dude is awesome. He's doing some really great stuff. He's canceling when he needs to. Cannons are coming up here. I don't know if Firebird is going to be able to hold here. I mean, at the very least, he is definitely teching up back home. He's got a tech lab on a factory. So he's going to have to start eventually making tanks in order to push this thing back. Oh, boy. So basically, you try to kill those, or you try to kill this one. Distracting fire from this injured photon cannon with these two. Amazing. The bunker goes down. It doesn't get canceled. Marine does manage to escape here and continue to fire at one of these cannons that is coming up close to that barracks. Oh, an SCV shows up, too. Then a CV. A Zealot shows up, too. Falcon, there's a lot of SCVs, dude. That is a true fact. There are a lot of SCVs. There's only one Zealot. He's going to try to do some stuff over here. Another cannon is coming up in range. Though the Marine does die. He tried to get out of there, but he couldn't. Firing on that tech lab just to make sure that Marauders can't be trained henceforth. And you can still get the one, right? The one finishes, but starting another one after the tech lab is dead is not allowed. More cannons coming up here. And as soon as you have a tank, you're kind of okay. Although the Zealots can be a problem here. That tank is now out, though. It looks like Firebird has managed. Okay, does he have a kill? He's got one kill. Who killed the Zealot? Did the Marauder kill the Zealot? No, the SCVs actually kill that Zealot. I bet they surrounded him and killed him. Oh, no, he's up here. Is he up there? No, wait. Yeah, no, that might be the same guy. I don't know. I don't know at this point. Either way, tank coming in. And there we go. That's siege mode again, pushing back. Zealot in the mineral line is picking off some of these SCVs. Doing a pretty good job of it, too. This is an intense situation for Firebird, but it looks like he's responding pretty darn well. It's 18-16 total supply. and 16 to 7 workers in favor of the Protoss player. But the problem is, There are tanks out now. There are marauders out now. Wawa needs a follow-up of like Void Rays or something. He's going for a cybernetics core. Expanding now is Firebird toward his natural base. And it looks like the Protoss influence will be successfully removed here. Dude, honestly, like 3 or 4 Zealots could walk up here and do some damage. That Marauder has 1 HP. You can get a surround on these tanks. Wipe them out too, but Wawa Krace decides instead to tick right on up to his cybernetics core back home. Has his double gas. He needs to go for a Stargate, like, immediately. That cyber core is done. Wawa Krace, where's your attention, man? There it is. There is the Stargate. Oh, he's proxying it too. Oh, Wawa Krace. Wawa, you are fantastic. I like you a lot. I like what you're doing here. It didn't work out, but phase 2 is on the way. You didn't give up. You didn't just tap out. You're here ready to rock for more of this delicious cheese. Stargate, or Gateway coming up here too in case there's a push out on the other side. That Stargate does not take very long to warp in, and expanding his Firebird. I don't know about this. Oh, but there's a Widow Mine. Nice job. Using the factory to produce a Widow Mine is a beautiful choice right now for Firebird. He's making additional tanks, additional Widow Mines. I don't know that additional tanks are really all that necessary. The probe does scout the presence of the tanks pushing across the map a little bit and does say, there's tanks on the way, prepare. There's an Oracle. There we go. Oracle coming out of our friendly Stargate. But I really feel like this Oracle is going to fly into one of these 3 Widow Mines, although 2 of them are not burrowed right now. 2 of them are not quite burrowed. The Chrono Boost is ready for the Oracle too. That is a 6.5-minute Oracle after a huge cannon rush to start this thing. And here we go. The Oracle's on the way. It's not being Chrono Boost anymore because we're running out of Chrono Boost, but that's just fine. Widow Mine's actually kind of moving out. Are they scouting this area? Kind of, sort of, but not really. Widow Mine gets the kill. And an SCV died there, but it wasn't really enough. I mean, it's 24 to 15 workers in favor of the Protoss, but it's also 18 to 4 workers in favor of Army Supply in favor of Firebird. So that is super duper bad news. Where are we? Widow Mine burrowing in, or checking, I guess, for expansions for the Protoss player. It seems like that's what we're going for. Void Ray swinging on in, and Widow Mines are ready to go. Oh, no, get it. It's trying to stay out of range of the Widow Mines. He knows they're a problem. More Widow Mines being produced here, and a Cyclone coming in too. Ooh, one manages to burrow in a great place. There's your lock-on, though, and there is a dead nerd Void Ray. I mean, Cyclone lock-on is so good. Look at this. Bam, bam, and bam. Didn't take hardly any damage at all there. Cyclone really doing good work for the Terran army. Tank sets up, and there's your good game. Wawa taps out. Firebird is your winner in 7 minutes and 39 seconds. Good hold of a cannon rusher. Lost a ton of stuff, man. I mean, ended up losing 1,800 resources. But in the end, it was enough to push him away. The Widow Mines were a great follow-up choice. The tanks were a great follow-up choice. Widow Mines burrowing at the natural base here too. And yeah, a 26-0 army supply is really, really hard to come back from, especially if Firebird decided to push on out. But that's about it for game 1. Let's come back with game number 2, see who's going to be in that one, and we'll be right back. Okay, so game 2 is going to be on Port Alexander, the ladder edition, between KMT and Hand Banana. It's going to be a TVT, red versus blue. Bottom right-hand corner is going to be the red Terran player, Hand Banana, which is a pretty great name. And in the top left-hand corner is going to be KMT, with too few vowels for that many letters. Spinning portrait of the Carbot Marine. Man, I love Carbot. I love StarCraft so very, very much. If you haven't seen him, just search StarCraft Carbot, and you will be introduced to a world of hilarity set in the StarCraft universe. All right, so TVT here. Looks like Hand Banana is going to proxy. Yeah. Yep, Hand Banana. What are you up to, dude? Maybe Proxy Reaper, maybe Proxy Marine. It's only one SCV coming out, though. Oh, there we go. There's the second SCV. I was like, it's really, really hard to put pressure on another Terran player with just one barracks. Yeah, at least 2, maybe 3. There's the barracks going down. This little SCV is scouting, but he's not going to find it because he went the wrong way. And he's just making a beeline towards the other person's base, which is okay. And, oh, there's a barracks coming up here as well for Hand Banana. Maybe it's enough to convince KMT that nothing weird is going on. He sees the SCV coming out. Oh, just a scouting SCV. Don't mind me, sir. Just on my way across the map to see what's going on your side of the base. And in the meantime, I've got a barracks coming up, and that's it, man. I have 1 barracks here and no gas. Now, you should notice, right? There is a Reaper on the way there, no gas. He has to expect proxy here at this level, right? I'm pretty sure based on the APMs involved here, this is at least diamond level. Nobody's at 300, 400 APM at, you know, gold and platinum. So I think this is where we're looking at. And immediately, so barracks, barracks, barracks down. He's got his own gas, but he's not doing anything with it right now. I think he knows. I think he's preparing for this. Whatever's coming, he doesn't quite know exactly what it is, but I bet he knows there's some barracks out there on the map. He saw the no gas, so okay, you know what? I take it back. I think he has a good idea of what it is. It's proxy barracks with Marines. They're going to show up here and try to murder him real fast. That's why you get a bunker down. Great placement on that bunker. Maybe a bunker over here too would be very nice, but that's a full wall off, and you got a Reaper back here too to help, I don't know, maybe pick off any SCVs that come up and try to throw down any forward bunkers. Entirely possible here, but at this point it is a Marine production race, and Hand Banana seems to be winning right now. He's got 7 army, 8 army to 2 army at this stage of the game. Getting a tank would be incredibly good here for KMT. If you could throw down a factory right now, get a tank, set it up here, that will shut down so much Marine aggression. Especially with them clumped on this ramp, it would just be instant death for them to come over there at all. You there, build a factory. I command you, post haste. You don't have the gas for it, though. You're working on the gas for it. 3 Reapers. So it's going to be Reapers versus Marines. I take it back. Not a Marine versus Marine battle at all, but KMT's answer to this is going to be Reaper. Here come 2 SCVs. There's a handful of Marines. 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. And they come right on up. And that bunker is so problematic for these dudes. They're trying to get through, but they keep losing SCVs. They keep losing Marines. KD8 charges, blowing stuff back, doing damage there too. Reapers come in, get a shot off, pick a dude off. Very nice micro on display right there. And actually supply blocked is KMT with the loss of that supply depot. I like the Reapers though. They can pull back, they can heal up, right? With combat drugs. The Reapers aren't getting any healthier at this stage. SCVs coming in there too. Oh, losing a couple of these Reapers. Pow, pow, pow. Marines charging in. Oh, KDA charge catches every single one of them. A couple of them do end up dead there. A couple of them are very injured indeed. This is a tight situation for KMT, but he seems to be able to handle it. He's expanding behind this. I thought he was going to make a factory. He's just making a command center. KMT, you are amazingly confident right now that you're going to hold this thing. That is, in the face of like 4 proxy barracks, you go for a command center. KD8 charge, tossed down here. Reapers fighting. Yeah. Get him. KD8 charge does do a decent hit. It does 5 damage, which is not enough to kill a Marine unless it's super already incredibly injured. There we go. KD8 charge. There we go. Getting right on those wounded ones. That does actually kill a Marine with KD8 charge here. So resources lost 1,000 to 750. Hand Banana has lost more, but he keeps pumping in additional Marines here. He's going to focus down that bunker just so the Reapers can't hide in there anymore. The repair is not in time. And actually losing a few Reapers there that come out of that, but actually KD8 charge again, blowing the Reapers towards the front. Marine count is a little bit scary. Here come the SCVs versus this. Waiting for reinforcing Marines to come in. Few SCVs get picked off. It's 20 to 16 workers right now. KMT is definitely up. But man, fighting with your SCVs is just, it's a desperation move. It can really work for you, especially if it's an all-in scenario. There's your KD8 charge. Bam, blowing those guys back. The Reaper count is getting pretty high. SCVs getting shots off too with their drilling claws, drilling implements. Suddenly, army supplies 11 to 6 in favor of Hand Banana, but these SCVs are willing to sacrifice their lives because they know I have an expansion coming up. If I can hold here, it's going to be good enough, and it looks like he does manage to hold. We are making more Marines here, but as soon as they pop out, they're going to die. We got SCVs, we got Reapers waiting for those dudes to come out. Actually, they're very sneakily coming out the southern section of their barracks, and look at those SCV deaths. That is 22 SCVs killed by Hand Banana here, but KD8 charge is just causing huge problems for him. These Reapers are having a wonderful time. 7 kills, 5 kills, 17 kills on this Reaper. That is a hero Reaper for sure. Absolutely amazing. All right, so still fighting on in. I think this is it for Hand Banana. I just don't see, he doesn't have the units to withstand these guys. And again, the Reapers can pull back, get healed up, and the Marines cannot do that. Still making Marines. Hand Banana has no intention of doing anything to tech up back home at all. This Reaper group is just huge and scary. They don't do bonus damage versus buildings anymore. It's been a long time since that was the case, and just me knowing that makes me an old man. You know what? Hand Banana feels like he can still do this. Marines are still pretty good, it turns out, against Reaper. He's trying to move into this, but that was a terrible mistake, and that's your GG KMT. is your winner in 6 minutes and 31 seconds. Yeah, man. Mass Reaper versus Mass Marine. Who knew? Super viable. They're from KMT. Did our 17 kill Reaper survive? Tell me he did. I don't know if he did, guys. I don't think he did. Oh, I think that might have been him who came up in between these barracks and then got exploded because he got too close to the Marines. So fare thee well, hero Reaper of the day. 17 kills on that guy is disgustingly impressive. So dang good. All right, cool. Cool Manul. All right, so that's it for game number 2. Apparently, if you're getting proxy barracks with no gas, you can make Reapers, and with good control and good KD8 charges, you can shut that down. Game 3 coming at you in just a second. Hey, it's time for some Zerg in our cheese compilation for January. It's going to be Rapid versus Pure Water here on Kairos Junction. Bottom right-hand corner, the red Zerg player, Pure Water. Nice little spinning Zerg logo up there. And in the top left-hand corner, it's going to be the blue Protoss player, Rapid. Or something else, but we're going to go with Rapid. How about that? Okay, cool. So who's going to be the cheeser? That is the game we play every single time here. Who will cheese? Is somebody going to win? Is somebody going to lose? I mean, obviously that's going to be the case, but is the cheeser going to win or is the cheeser going to lose? Which is basically what the Will Cheese Fail series was for Lag TV. I think they brought it back. I don't know. There's too much to keep track of in the StarCraft world, you guys. I heard they brought it back, but I haven't heard anything for a couple months now. Maybe it's dead again. I like those dudes. I like Nova War. I like Maximus Black a lot. They're funny together. They do great stuff together. They sometimes don't really talk much about the StarCraft that's happening, but I can understand that. Sometimes I do the same thing, so I'm not judging. Anyway, it is a gateway back home for Rapid. Pure Water is throwing up a hatch first, which is really hard to cheese off of, it turns out. Maybe you can rush Nidus with that, but I don't know. But I'm trying to think if that would qualify as cheese. 2 base, quick Nidus. I mean, it's fun. I'll give you that. It's fun to do. I don't know how good it is necessarily. Oh, anyway, I haven't actually thanked my screeners for this time yet. Thank you to Jim and Christian for screening all of the 40, 50-plus replays I sent you for late December through January. I appreciate the work that you did. And I'm having a hard time, as a proxy hatch comes up, I'm having a hard time just getting more than 2 or 3 people to respond to my screening emails. So if you would like to screen cheese, and you have the time to screen like 40 or 50 cheesy replays between like a Wednesday to Sunday once a month, hit me up at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese screener, and I will put you on the list. I could use a couple more, and the work would be very much appreciated. All right, so where are we with this thing? 1 gas, spawning pool coming down. Everything looks the same except the third base by Pure Water isn't in the main base of Rapids. Now, here's the thing. A lot of Protoss players feel like, hey, against Zerg, all I really need is an Adept. All I really need is a Stalker to wall off here, and I'll be totally fine forever. I can probe up. I can tech up, that's all it needs. Banelings would beg to differ, and proxy hatcheries would also beg to differ. So Protoss players, if you're going to do this kind of a thing, which everybody does, I'm not saying you're dumb for doing it, but scout around, right? Check for hatcheries there, send an Adept over to check for a Baneling nest. If you can do that, you're going to have a good time scouting that one too. And this base is large enough that I feel like even if this pops, when is the creep visible? Right? I don't know if the creep is going to be visible from this hatchery. I think it's probably about as spread as it... Nope. Okay. All right. You can barely see it here. Now, he sees it. He sees it. It's like, wait, what? Oh, it's a full hatchery. Oh, my gosh. The Adept shows up. We've got some drones coming out. We have not a queen coming out of it, which is really weird. I usually like to try to get a queen out in this situation. The Adepts are firing. The drones need to throw down... Oh, one spine does go down. The other one does not. They're firing on that spine crawler, and they're actually going to kill it. But they shut it down. Rapid. Doing a great job here, man. Doing a fantastic job here. The problem is once the Roach Warren is done and roaches start popping out, that's when we're in trouble with those Adepts. They trade very, very poorly against roaches. 2 roaches coming up here. Yep, there we go. There's the one inside the Protoss base. We got some more coming up back home as well. Making a queen is really useful here because, again, you can inject, right? The queen's good for DPS. The queen can throw down a creep tumor, which is super duper useful. Are these 2 Adepts going to kill a roach? I don't know, but there's now 2 roaches out. And, okay, so roach is dead. Is it really a 2-to-1 ratio? Do 2 Adepts kill 2 roaches? I need the science on this, guys. I really, really do. All right, so 2 roaches versus 2 Adepts. No, we don't like that very much at all. A 1-to-1 ratio, the roaches are going to be fine. Pulling those back, that's a lot of lost mining time. Are they just going to get that surround? Oh my gosh, the probes. going for the surround here. And then firing from distance. One adept does go down. A roach gets taken down as well here. What an insane situation this is right now. Some lings popped out, and they're going to get one of the adepts. That's a huge deal. The probes aren't fighting. Why aren't you fighting, probes? We need you to fight. Oh, more roaches do wander on in here because the wall was down. The roaches came from clear across the other side of the map. And I think Pure Water has done this thing. There's a stalker out, but stalkers don't do very well against roaches either. As it turns out, we got 9 more roaches in production, warping in some stalkers. What a tense situation this is for both players right now. Probes helping to fight. Another roach gets taken down. Are there more roaches popping out of those eggs? Of course there are more roaches popping out of those eggs. Stalkers, you know what? And these numbers are fine. Right? They do bonus damage. Oh, versus armored, which is what roaches are. And they have additional range against roaches too. But more roaches keep streaming across the map, keep popping out of those eggs inside his own main base. Is Rapid going to be able to hold here? It looks like he's warping additional stalkers to deal with it. I really feel like some zealots wouldn't be too bad either. I don't know that Pure Water really has the micro response to deal with that. And check it out. Drone, for some reason he made a round of drones up here, and I think Rapid has shut this down. Check this out right now. There's nothing coming up here. It is currently 24 to 23 workers. How many probes have been killed? 10 probes have been killed. 4 drones have gone down, but all of them have been on this side of the map. Roaches shown up at the front door, but when there's a wall and there are stalkers, you need more roaches than that to win. In equal cost, roaches are going to be fine in this situation, but that is not what is happening. It's 38 to 16 army supply. Pure Water has the lead, but where he's got some roaches back home, they're not out here in the middle of the map. It's 13 roaches versus 7 stalkers. There's your 2-to-1 ratio. A zealot popping on out to try to knock down this hatch. More zealots warping on in real fast to take that thing down too. Here come the stalkers. I don't know about this situation. Yeah, there's a lot of roaches back home. The lings don't have speed, so you can kite them pretty effectively, but letting them chomp on you will get you into the yellow eventually, as that one does end up getting straight yellowed. Alright, so roaches hanging out. And Rapid retreating from that. He doesn't like it very much. These zealots, man, going after this hatch, getting stabbed away. I really feel like maybe these spine crawlers are your priority, good friend. You really should not let these things finish, but at the same time, allowing the hatch to stay alive is a major problem too. Broodlings coming on in, helping to kill these zealots, but another warping of zealots before the spine crawlers are done, and we might get 1 or 2 stabs out each. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and the last one maybe getting some shots off there too, but yeah, that is shut down hardcore by Rapid. So no signs of Zerg inside his base anymore, except for this creep, which is rapidly going away. We are responding with a robotics facility, because again, Immortals are amazing against roaches, and that's what Pure Water is deciding to go with. 100% here is just more roach all the time, every day. I almost would rather go for Speedling at this stage. If you're going to have this many stalkers, Speedlings trade out exceptionally well. It is harder to break walls with Speedlings. If you're trying to kill your opponent, then yeah, roaches are the better way to go. Ravagers would be pretty good too here, but he's not doing that. He's not ravaging. He's spending his money pretty effectively. He really only has this 1 gas, which it is hard actually to make this many roaches off of 1 gas. Is he floating? No, man, he's not really floating resources. He has exactly the workers that he needs to do this, 23. And the 1 gas, and Overlord gets picked off. He's going to try to come in from a multi-pronged situation here, but you know what? This is not a good situation for Rapid. Don't be doing this, man. You have a shield battery. These zealots are dying so fast to all of these roaches. Get back inside the house. There are too many roaches here. 61 to 14 on that. Where are the Immortals? Can Rapid get saved? I don't know, man. He's not making any Immortals. It seems like a problem to me. He's got the resources for it, but he's microing his face off right now. The roaches are kind of getting stuck in here. Take down the Cyber Core. Open this up. A couple good volleys will take that down. It really will. All right, that's fine. The Lings are helping with that. Cyber Core is out. No more Stalkers can be made at all. You can still make Immortals. I think it's too late. I think Pure Water's follow-up of a hajillion roaches was enough. It's 55 to 8 army supply. And Ling's getting into the natural mineral line. A roach is coming on up here. There's finally an Immortal in production, but it's too late from Rapid. It's too late from the blue Protoss player. And, oh, that is an Artosis pylon if I've ever seen one. It's going to depower 3 warp gates and a robotics facility and a Twilight Council. Pure Water taps out. Rather, Rapid taps out. Pure Water is your winner in 8 minutes and 59 seconds. Wow. Wow, I thought Rapid was in a good spot. Rapid was in a decent spot there. He goes 2 base to 2 base. I think maybe he probed up a little bit too hard, was kind of a little bit lackadaisical on going for those immortals. If he had 2 immortals behind this wall with shield battery support, I don't think those roaches break it. Look at this depowered shield battery. It looks like it has a little Death Star in the middle of it. The trenches and everything. That's weird. That is weird. But instead, he went for a lot of stalkers, which again, don't trade well against large numbers of roaches. And man, Pure Water was like, I'm not making any more drones. I have 23. I'm not even close to saturating my natural base. I only have 1 Vespian Geyser taken. I'm going to win this thing with unupgraded roaches, and he did. So good job by Pure Water. Rapid, couple things to figure out is all, but that's not too bad. And that's going to be it for me for game number 3. So let's go ahead and check out game 4. We'll be right back. Okay, it's going to be Jägermeister versus Raid here on Automaton, the Ladder Edition. TVT action. Top right-hand corner is the red Terran player Jägermeister. And in the bottom left-hand corner is the blue Terran player Raid, who's got, I think that's a salt shaker. It is. He's got salt spinning above his command center. That indicates he's going to be the cheeser, I think. You're on the receiving end of salt more if you cheese, as compared to playing standard, right? Right? I mean, yeah, sometimes I just get completely wrecked by someone who plays standard, and I do feel salty about it, but I get more salty if I get cheesed by something, and I scout it, and I still lose. That's happened to me before. It really has, and it's not a great feel. You still have to know how to respond to it. If you don't know how to respond to it, you're not going to have a good time. Jägermeister, on the other hand, might actually be the cheeser based on where this SCV is going. He's going to come right up to Mr. Labbot 1X and throw down the proxy barracks. Oh, 2 additional barracks coming in here, too. So more TVT cheese action. We have a lot of mirror matchups in this month's edition of cheese. I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe it wasn't submitted at a higher ratio, but my screeners definitely chose them at a higher rate than we usually see, which is fine. I don't care if it's mirror matchup. I don't care what race it is. I just want it to be good cheese, and so far it's been some pretty good cheese. Some instances winning, some instances losing. Another proxy barracks in a weird spot, and then one more right next to the first one. So maybe he's counting on if one of these gets scouted, they won't know the whole picture, right? If Raid comes in and sees this, he's like, 1 barracks, okay, no big deal. Raid's not concerned about that. He is proxying himself. Excellent. That is excellently hilarious there from Raid. I love it. I love it very much. Okay, so Reaper for Jägermeister. Raid is also working on Reapers, so it's going to be the big Reaper battle of 2019. Second gas being taken by Jägermeister. No second gas here from Raid, as I don't know that he's really planning on doing anything too super intense. He only has the 1 proxy. Just kidding, he's making a second proxy. All right, so is it going to be a base race with Reapers? That'd be nuts. Now, see, the key about this from TVT is that, sure, you can't kill flying buildings with Reapers, but if you can kill everything that's on the ground for the other Terran player, then you can land your building that you lifted, start making SCVs, and be just fine. So, yeah, you might be still telling yourself, well, Reapers can't shoot flying buildings, why don't you just fly away? Because then you're not flown away, and you can actually make stuff, and you'll be just fine. Oh, he doesn't raise the supply depot. And Reaper wins and gets healed up. Once again, I cannot stress how important it is that combat drugs exist for Reapers. They can get healed up while fighting against SCVs. It's amazing. It's really quite amazing stuff here. Reaper, more Reapers cruising on in. I think Jägermeister is winning this battle so far. Resources lost have been 150 to 0 for him. He hasn't lost a single thing. Another Marine goes down. This is flawless execution out of Jägermeister. He might be wondering why there's not as much stuff as he would expect. Maybe this opposing Terran player is just bad, but nope. Reapers and Marines showing up at his base. Is he going back to defend right now? It looks like he is. Oh, don't allow the surround. One of the Reapers died to SCVs surrounding it. You know what? Okay, Marines are less of a concern, because Marines aren't as fast, and SCVs, they got that HP, man. It is hard to get through that HP and kill them. Nicely done by Jägermeister. He feels like we're back at home, we're safe, and there's your good game. Jägermeister is your winner in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That is some zippy cheese for sure. And yeah, Raid was planning on proxying. He had the salt shaker, but he got proxied harder. Jägermeisters were better executed. It was faster. It was a better answer. Multiple Reapers versus Marines, and a Reaper always gonna win. So great job by you. Did he not lose a single thing? Okay, he lost 100 resources. Two SCVs died. 2 SCVs died in this game. None of his attacking units did. 5 kills, 4 kills on that Reaper. These two did the heavy lifting for everybody, and that's going to be it for this game. Okay, we got more cheese coming at you from Falcon Paladin in just a minute. Welcome back to Kairos Junction. It's going to be Sound versus Mellow. Top right-hand corner, top left-hand corner, I apologize, is the red Protoss player Sound. In the bottom right-hand corner is the blue Protoss player Mellow. All right, man, PvP action here. I don't think we've seen a Protoss win on the cheese compilation this month, which is sometimes a problem. I just don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I have I don't have many Protoss fans, or not many high-level, really good at cheesing Protoss fans who send in a lot of replays and get them chosen by the screeners. It's hard to know exactly what the problem here is, but once again, we're like halfway through this thing and no Protoss victories. Anyway, who's going to be our cheeser today? We do have a pretty early probe from Mellow heading up and not scouting at all. Choosing instead to head directly north and actually juke back, and we're going to go ahead and throw it up here. All right, you're going to get close to seeing that, Mr. Scouting Probe, for Sound, but no, you are not going to see it, as it turns out. And Pylon 1, go Pylon, go, well, Gateway, I guess. I mean, it's got to be a Gateway, right? If it was a Cannon Rush, it's starting way too far away from the Protoss base for that. And it's a Gateway, so his gate, oh, we canceled one. What the heck? Your placements were that bad? All right, man, so double Gateway here closer to home. Is that a third gate? That's a third gate. I really feel like this is just straight Zealot pressure, and check this action out. Comes in for the scout, does Sound, sees nothing. Sees a probe, or a pylon rather, back home. Nothing over here. No gas has been taken by Mellow. No gateways at the top of the ramp, and says, all right. Emergency alert. What are we doing right now? Cybernetics core on the way. Double gateway. Nothing too nuts here, actually. Sound isn't really responding to this at all, and I'm not sure why. This just looks like regular 4-gate action with nothing but zealots, and we'll see how you can micro against 8 zealots, 12 zealots that are going to show up here over the next couple of minutes. So Zealot holding the line, which is real nice, but man, give him a shield battery or something. Sound, you have to respond to this. You cannot just assume Mellow is bad. I've done this before. I've been on the other side of this before. I've been scouted when I'm cheesing and somebody assumes I'm just bad and then I win, and vice versa. I scout someone, they don't have anything, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe they're kind of AFK. Maybe they're just in, you know, Silver League and not quite sure what they're doing. I'm not sure why they got matched up against me, but whatever, free win. And then suddenly this stuff happens, right? Zealots show up at my base before the 3-minute mark, and I'm like, ah, hold on. All right, good. So Shield Battery 1 and Shield Battery 2 are on the way. Ooh, and 2 Adepts back there as well. All right, man. Oh, I take it back. Sound, you're just fine. Yeah, 2 Adepts and a Zealot holding the line against 2 Zealots at a time can attack is not enough, man. It is not enough at all. Coming through, the shield batteries might be a little bit too late here. Another Adept goes down, but the Zealots keep getting crushed too, and there are your shield batteries. And now it's a rough time. Now it's a rough time for Mellow. Shield battery is going to make this Adept virtually invincible and invulnerable. Additional Adepts are coming on in. He's not even chrono boosting those. He's just like, whatevs. We'll make him as necessary. Throw up another shield battery, I suppose. But yeah, once these 2 more Adepts show up, it is just death time for all of these Zealots. Resources lost 687 for Mellow. Our blue Protoss player, he's trying to take down. You're not going to get the gateway. You're just not getting through. That is it. That is the end of your aggression. And now these Adepts are moving out across the map from Sound. And pretty good kiting on display here. Not bad. APM for that dude, over 200 at that stage. And they just transfer on down. Not a problem. Exciting transfer. Pretty good stuff. All right, so walling off here. Pretty smart move by Mellow, but he still can't get anything done on this side of the map. Yeah, man. 3 shield batteries and 3 Adepts. They can hold an infinite number of Zealots. See also Zerglings. See also, what else can they hold against? I don't know. Reapers, maybe? Maybe Reapers. But Reapers can jump up anyway. All right, so the Adepts are going to try to knock down this wall, which, I mean, The Zealots from Mellow have to come back to defend this, which is just not what they want to be doing. They want to be aggressive with it, and the Adepts just shade on out. We're going to lose 1, though. You don't want the Zealots to get right up on top of you like this. You're going to die. Dang, got both of them. Okay, so that's the first good thing Mello has done here. I mean, sure, he has taken out a couple Adepts and a Zealot that were holding the wall up top, but do not... Okay, so now he's into Stalker. Resources lost are definitely telling a tale here. 12,000 or 1,200 for Mello, 400 for Sound. Still Zealots. We got a couple Stalkers. Expanding is Sound. I'm going to try to hold this with a couple of Adepts, but if he just makes Adepts and we've got Stalkers on the way in a straight-up fight, you're going to lose that. You are definitely going to lose that. Who got inside? How did a probe get inside here? Have you been here the whole time? Because that's a wall. You didn't get through that wall. I am mystified. I am mystified by the presence of this probe. Alright, crazy stuff. Alright, here we go. Stalkers pushing up. Zealots pushing up here too. We got Adepts, we got Stalkers on the low ground, and I don't know, this is a weird fight. I don't know about this. Sound's dealing with it. He needs the shield batteries though. Guardian shield would be super useful here as well. Dude, Stalkers do not get picked off at the front. Man, Mello coming in. He's got a bigger army right now. 24 to 18 total army supply. Guardian shield is up, but it's not helping all that much. The Immortal is hugely needed versus all of these Stalkers. It's 3 shield battery Immortal right now, but he's fighting with the Zealots. Don't bother with the Zealots. Somehow Mello is rushing right on up this ramp. It is a death ramp, to be sure, though. This Immortal is going to have a field day just picking, 3-shotting these Stalkers. Wha-bam. Wha-bam. You're not getting through. Your expansion is toast, but guess what? Mello doesn't have an expansion either. He is all-inning so hard right now. This Immortal dude, he's up to 2 kills. He only has 2 kills. He's getting kills stolen from him, man. Absolutely stolen from him. Zealot on the way from Sound. I'm not sure why he's bothering with the Zealot at this point in the game, but I guess... Oh, does that have charge? He got charge? Wow, he got charge. All right, that's better. That is a much better situation, and bam! All of the blue is gone from the natural base. Clean that out right good. Did Sound. And now he's up 47 to 29 total supply, 27 to 20 workers, 18 to 8 army, 3,100 resources lost for Mello, and 1,700 for Sound right now. Observer scouting around. Is there anything happening here I need to know about? It's a Twilight Council. It's still one base. The subtle dude... Wait, Mello... Oh, he's trying to kill his own pylon to get out. This probe is still here from Sound, though. He's still scouting. I think he's probably on a patrol. Well, he's trying to patrol out of here, which you can't do. They might just get stuck in a corner and freak out a little bit. All right, so Sound is continuing to make Immortals. He is getting an Oracle, too. Oh, he's recognizing there's no anti-air at home. Mello is depending on this wall to keep him safe, and he's not making any Stalkers at all. Okay, well, I mean, even just throwing up a single shield battery in your mineral line really shuts down any Oracle pressure, but unfortunately... You don't have one of those either, good sir. Okay, I think that's going to be it. I mean, we have a lot of Stalkers here, but we have 2 Immortals. And we've got charge lots as well. I don't know. Sound doesn't quite like what he's seeing right now. He's going to pull back. He's going to warp in some additional Zealots. It's still 37 to 26 army supply. Dude, that Oracle needs to get in and start chomping on these probes now. You might... I don't know what the all-time record is for Oracle kills on the channel, but on one of the lower level games, I think something around 18 would be the record. So here we go, sneaking on in while Mello comes up for the attack at the same time. And yeah, there we go. We're just going to keep an eye on that Oracle, how many kills it gets while we attack up here with the blue army. 6 kills. Not really incrementing there. I think maybe we pulled away, and in fact we did, but here we go. Immortal taking some shots. Immortal is going to die. Phoenix coming in, lifting on the sentry. Interesting strategy. I guess maybe Guardian Shield getting shut down is pretty darn nice. Are you still... Oh, no. 13 kills. The probes went back to work. The probes went back to work. That is not good. 5 kills and 4 kills. Good game. Well played. Mello taps out, and Sound is your winner in 9 minutes and 8 seconds. Great job. Just a fantastic hold there with the shield batteries against that Zealot pressure. Really shut that down hard. Managed to sneak an expansion out there. Made Immortals to deal with the Stalkers that Mello had tech switched into, and then scouting, recognized there was nothing back home to defend against an Oracle, so we have a 19-kill Oracle, which I think is more than I said the record was. It's more than 18. Good golly. I mean, there's really nothing else to do. Mello just can't run his probes away. he's done at that point. I mean, he can try to expand, I guess, but it really just hinged on this attack working, and 2 Immortals with charge lots against just mostly Stalker is just not going to work out. So this is one of the more lopsided like resources lost games I've ever seen. 6,000 to 3,000 just doubled up on resources lost in what was a pretty close game. I feel like there were a couple situations where Mello might have been able to get through there and get something done, but in the end, never really got rid of these these shield batteries. Never really got rid of the expansion, and Sound was able to hold on and just make some better choices and win. So good game for sure for both of these players. Really enjoyed it. Okay, we got one more cheese game coming, and then something else after that. So stick around and we'll find out what that is. Okay, it's going to be a TVP here on Cerulean Fall. Wow, Rocket versus Driz Valakas. That feels very Eastern European. Bottom left-hand corner is going to be the Red Terran player from Trash Panda. It is Rocket. And in the top right-hand corner, the Blue Protoss player, Driz Valakas. Thank you, sir or ma'am, says Rocket. I am throwing 3 SCVs out of my base right now. They are going to go ahead and proxy the heck out of you, sir, says Driz Valakas. Hang on, were they chatting? Oh, good luck, have fun. You too. Thank you, sir or ma'am. Okay, so it's just general, normal stuff until Rocket threw out the sir or ma'am. And you, says Driz Valakas. Meanwhile, Rocket is cheesing his little face off right now. Senior. Oh, Rocket is a senior. He's not a sir or a ma'am. He's a senior. Which indicates dude in general. Anywho, got a gateway coming up here from Driz Valakas. A second gateway as well. What an interesting strategy here. Versus a Terran player, you want to get a Stalker or an Adept out as soon as you can, because there's usually going to be well, nice to meet you, sir. Usually there's going to be a Reaper up there sooner rather than later. Is he going proxy? Hang on, that's an engineering bay. He's going proxy planetary fortress. That's what it is. Holy smokes. All right, so 2 SCVs come in. Rocket's talking about prior games. Look at him fighting with these SCVs. I'm going to distract you from the fact that there's going to be a command center flying into your main base very shortly. Dude, Driz Valakas, you really have to fight against this. There we go. So these 2 SCVs are going to die. I don't know what the point of that was exactly. If you're going to do that, at least keep your SCVs alive, I suppose? Very odd. Throws up a cheeseburger emote. That's pretty fantastic. Okay, so it's going to be Zealot production from the Protoss, which is weird. For the record, it's very, very odd. Holy immediate missile turret from Rocket. There's nothing that can kill you that you need a missile turret for at the 2-minute mark of this game. Maybe DTs later. Maybe an Oracle later. But I guess maybe he just doesn't want to forget. He doesn't want to forget that this is what's going on. That's a barracks. He's not even throwing over... He's not even proxying a planetary fortress. Boo. Boo, Rocket. What is this? What is even going on right now? Is he going to fly it in? Okay, so maybe he's going to throw the barracks inside the Protoss base, which admittedly is cool. Let's see if this gets spotted. No. No, that was well placed. He knew exactly where to put that thing to where the Protoss could not see him. I feel like he's done this probably once or twice before. He really hates oracles. That is what he's doing. He's throwing up missile turrets in places where oracles are going to fly by and try to murder them. Remember when Blizzard was putting neutral missile turrets into maps? Or they thought about doing it, and then it never really happened because... I don't know why. I guess it didn't really change the game all that much. Higher level players especially would just know where they were and avoid them, no problem. And it would wreck noobs. So I think maybe the idea there for Blizz was, let's just not make life harder for noobs than it already is, I suppose. And everybody agreed. They all voted on it. So we're going to go ahead and throw up a reactor on this barracks for Marines, I guess. Definitely could be Reapers, though. But see, the weird thing is, you could have done this with Reapers as is. You could have just come over, hopped up. You'd have a Reaper here sooner than what we're doing right now. Maybe it's gotta be, though. It's a reactor barracks with gas. Alright, Rocket, surprise me. What you got in production here, sir? The answer is literally nothing. He is building a base down here, though. Rocket maybe is going to try to throw up the proxy planetary fortress. This is an interesting little wall set up from Driz Valakas. That is just Driz Valakas. 4 syllables is a lot. That said, Falcon Paladin is a lot too, so I really can't get too uppity there. Quick plug for the Falcon Paladin Hour. It's a weekly podcast with myself and Samacron. He is an Australian. We talk about technology. We talk about books and TV shows and StarCraft and all sorts of nerdy stuff. If you're interested in that sort of thing, want to hear some more Falcon things throughout your week, search Falcon Paladin on your podcast app or the internets. You can listen to it anywhere internet is available. Falcon Paladin Hour. All right, heading on up. What is our command center? Does he not see this still? Oh my gosh, he's so close to seeing this. Look at that. He had a probe over here, and he almost scouted that. Now this is going to be visible. Yeah. Ta-da! Dun, 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 dun. It is a command center, and now, oh, the pylon finished, and now he can see the barracks at approximately the same time. He's just pumping out Marines and upgrading to a planetary fortress here. This is really weird stuff, man. I'm gonna throw down a bunker here too to try to keep it alive. There it is. What do you got? He built so many shield batteries. So many shield batteries to try and do this thing. You need to kill the SCV building this bunker. If you do that, you're in a better position. Definitely. Marines coming back, trying to kill some of these probes. That is so many shield batteries in the mineral line too. What is going on from Drizvalakas? He's doing some really unorthodox stuff right now. And by that I mean generally bad stuff. Rocket throws out the lull. He's killing so many of these probes. Meanwhile, the planetary fortress is racking up kills. It's got 2 kills already. Stalkers are fighting. You really should not be fighting that planetary fortress, you guys. You don't trade well against it, as it turns out. These guys are just having the massacre time of their lives. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. They say they're all convicts. They're mean guys. They enjoy destroying helpless workers. It is 7 to 17 workers right now. This planetary fortress is up to, I want to say, I don't know, 7 or 8 kills. Throwing down a mule to help repair as well. Marines trying to take down that pylon. But Zealot surprise attack. All of the Marines get killed over on that side anyway. Can you kill these dudes is the question. Probably, actually. Shield battery. Fighting actually out of energy is that shield battery, and the Zealots end up dead. Wow, if shield battery wasn't out, that's nice, says Drizvalakas. Thanks, says Rocket. It's a weird build. By golly, did it absolutely work. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's 20 to 7 workers right now. The probes aren't even really running. Bad for me. Lesson learned, says Drizvalakas. Heck yeah. Lesson learned. Scout. Did he not scout at all? He did no scouting at all down here on Rocket side of the base. Might have been able to shut it down. Either way, Rocket is your winner. Well played there, Mr. Rocket, the Terran Trash Panda. Yeah, resources lost on this one's even more lopsided than the last game. 3,900 to 500 resources lost. I'm just mostly impressed with Rocket's ability to place these buildings in very sneaky places where they were not seen until it was too late to do anything about it. Not easy to do. Not easy to find those sneaky hidden places. But Rocket apparently has done this more than once, if I had to guess. All right, so we got one more thing for you guys here. Stick around, and we'll see what's coming up next from Falcon. All right, just kidding. That something is another thing. Okay, so the last game of the Cheese compilation is going to be No Rules versus Jägermeister here on Cerulean Fall. Top right-hand corner is going to be the red Terran player No Rules. And in the bottom left-hand corner, once again, is the blue Terran player, Jägermeister. All right, so is it going to be another double cheese? We're just going to have to wait and see. If you enjoy this and enjoy the content that I put out, consider supporting me on Patreon, patreon.com/FalconPaladin. There's a link here in the top right-hand corner of your screen, assuming that you have cards turned on. I'm not actually entirely sure if you can have cards turned off, but anyway, for as little as $1 a month, you can have access to one extra cast. One extra cast. Usually it's a team game every single week, but sometimes it's not. Okay, so man, I'm not selling this very well, am I? No big deal. All right, so Proxy Barracks here from No Rules. Jägermeister is playing by the rules by keeping his barracks inside his base. And another SCV is coming down. Once again, another barracks, and basically this cheese compilation has kind of taught me there's a lot of cheese in TVT. A lot of it. I feel like, I don't know, professional TVTs that I cast as well have a higher instance of cheese as compared to other matchups. I'm not entirely sure why that is necessarily, but It's all good. All right, so barracks here. We got a Reaper coming up from Jägermeister. And do we have any gas back home? We definitely do. This one feels like it's going to be yet another Reaper versus Marine style thing, or just straight up Reaper versus Reaper action for both of these players. Oh, he's even tech labbing it. What? You're getting Marauder? Oh man, Marauders trade pretty well against Reapers. Reapers just barely tickle them, and Marauder shots hit hard, especially if they can get slow out here. That would be really, really interesting to see. So let's go ahead and see what happens. It is Concussive Shell. Dang, and it is slow. Okay, all right, man. Concussive Shell on the way. We got a Marauder there. We're doing the same thing here. It's going to be a Marauder push against Jägermeister. The problem is there's nothing back home to defend against, say, a single Reaper showing up and wrecking all of your stuff. That is kind of the weakness in this build, and something Jägermeister is unintentionally exploiting by heading from the south to the north to see what's going on up here. He's really just intending to scout. He's going to see a beautiful open field of SCVs ready to murder. Hops up, says, I see, there's a proxy out there somewhere. Sure, let's get to work. We're going to keep an eye on this dude, see how many kills he gets. Kind of watch him over here. And again, pulling all the SCVs off the line is really bad for your income, bro. It really hurts. It does take about 5 or 6 or 7 shots to actually take down an SCV. So this Reaper has his work cut out for him. In the meantime, we just have 3 Marauders with Concussive Shell wandering up here at this front door of Jägermeister, and he is in trouble. He is in an immense amount of trouble. Dude, his SCV got surrounded too. Okay, that's not good. That's not good at all. Holy smokes. No, fight the same supply depot. Fight the same supply depot. This Marauder needs to come help too. He is. Another 2 Reapers show up. Okay, 2 Reapers is easier to do this than 1, as it turns out, and 3 gets easier, and 4 gets easier, and so on and so forth. But here we go, man. It's just going to be, are we base racing it? Like I said, I don't think the Reapers can really stand against this. I mean, I don't know that you need a bunker here, necessarily, really. I mean, you don't want to get surrounded by these guys, right? Oh, the slow is disgusting against these Reapers. Oh my gosh, they get absolutely massacred. A full surround on one of them, 2 of them getting surrounded there, and the SCV is actually chewing them to pieces a little bit there. Dang, SCV is doing work. Meanwhile, not really microing back home is no rules until he is. Until he does manage to get the SCVs up to kill these Reapers. What an insane situation this is right now. It is 6 to 17 workers in favor of Jägermeister. No rules keeps losing dudes. He's got 6 kills on this Reaper. Brought. And Marauders pushing out here from No Rules too. Holy smokes. Alright, Reaper fighting, and there we go. 8 kills on this Reaper. Marauders doing some good work up here too against these SCVs. They don't do bonus damage versus them or anything, but this position is pretty good. SCVs can't get a surround necessarily here, but they do end up killing one anyway. SCVs, man, decent fighters against Marauders. Who knew? I guess they're pretty good against Stalkers as well, and it's kind of the same principle. Man, that slow is really, really great here. All right, so No Rules is done. These are the Reapers, the Marauders that he has to work with right now. He's going to get another one there. The income is not that great for Jägermeister either. This is a really, really close game, you guys. Mules are going to be useful in every situation. Another Reaper goes down. SCV is going down. Jägermeister is down to 6 total SCVs. Only 2 of them are mining right now. Most of them are running for their little lives. Another one goes down. Bring in the Mules to help fight this as well. These Marauders are putting in work right now. And another Reaper goes down. The SCVs are trying to fight. They're doing pretty well. 3 Reapers popping out. And you know what? They're going to try to do this. They're going to try to finish these guys off. And you know what? Once they're done, it's done. And Jägermeister's going to hold on by just the seat of his pants there. That's it. Yeah, there's the rage quit. And Jägermeister is your winner. Well played. Well played there by Jägermeister. That was incredibly stressful. He had 4 workers remaining at the end of that game. 4 total SCVs. Number lost, 19 and 19 each. Both players doing a great job taking out each other's economy. Beautiful, beautiful stuff for sure. All right. Well played. Fantastic job by everybody. And yeah, that is going to be it from me. So this has been Cheese Compilation for January 2019. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today, and always on the channel. You can also find me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /falconpaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.